This is a Samsung camera mode I bet you've never used. Let's go. On this channel, I cover a lot of Samsung camera features. In fact, I've got videos where I cover literally every single camera mode that you can use. Well, except for one, Bixby Vision. Often gets forgotten about because it's not really a camera mode that allows you to capture things. It's kind of there as almost like a guide and an assistant. It's undergone many forms throughout the years. Started off as a service that could capture wine, and I actually turned it into a drinking game called Bixby Wine, where if it got the wine correct, you had to have a drink from it. Neither here nor there. Now though, it's at a different place, where it kind of now acts as like a visual assistant, and not in the way that you might think. Let's go through it. So to get to Bixby Vision, you open the camera and you go to the More tab, and then amongst the plethora of camera modes that you see there, in the top left above them is this little eye icon. That's Bixby Vision. When you click on that, you're greeted with a carousel of menu items down the bottom. You've got Discover, Scene Describer, Object Identifier, Text Reader, and Color Detector. Black. Yes, it is. We'll start with the first one, Discover. This is one of the oldest features that Bixby Vision has had. Kind of went along with the wine one, and it's powered by Pinterest. Whole idea with this one is you point it at something, maybe you've spotted something out and about, and you kind of want to know a little bit more about it, or you're inspired by it. You can use your camera and Bixby Vision to scan it. It will identify it, and then it'll give you some similar or related items through Pinterest. And then you can scroll through ones that you like, and then when you find the thing you're looking for, you can go into it and takes you through to the Pinterest post that was made about it. It's good if you're shopping or if you're looking for inspiration for other things like maybe gaming or clothing. It's just there as that guide. You don't have to utilize the camera. You can actually use photos that you've already taken. So if let's say you wanted to find a post about a laptop, like I've got a photo of a laptop here, it can actually identify it and take you straight through to the Pinterest posts that have been made about it. It's just useful in a way where if you inspired by something, rather than needing to go to your own social media and search for it, it can kind of search for you and then take you to where you need to go. Next one there is Scene Describer. And this is as literal as it gets when it comes to what this does. So you point this at a scene, whether that be a table or whether, again, you're out and about and you want to have something described to you. Might not be for you, maybe for someone who's a bit visually impaired. Point the camera at it, and it will literally describe what it's seeing. What it thinks is happening here.
Analysing scene. A group of football balls in goal.
A group of football balls in goal. That's exactly what it is, because it's a scene describer. Scene and scene. Anyway. Now what I've found is it's not exactly perfect, but it does give you a pretty good guide as to what it's looking at. Similar to how you can do it with Discover, you can upload a photo from your gallery into here, press the gallery icon, choose the photo, and it will again describe it for you.
Sitting on a beach.
Does a good job. The next one that's similar is Object Identifier. Very similar to Scene Describer, except this is more focused on an object as opposed to the overall scene. So you can put something in its path and it will identify it and tell you what it is.
Game console.
The examples I was using weren't great because maybe it was too close to the camera and didn't get the whole frame in. So taking it out and about, it does a better job of sort of finding what it's looking at and then describing what it is or telling you what it is.
Football table.
Whether it be a drink bottle with Lionel Messi's name on it, or whether it be a camera of some kind, it'll sort of identify it for you. And again, go into the gallery, find a photo, it will identify it for you.
Tablet.
You're damn straight. Let me know if any of these have been useful so far. I think the Discover one and also the Scene Describer one are really, really cool, but I think this one might top it, the text reader. Now, a lot of services now can recognize text just through the camera. I think it's OCR of some kind where it can actually recognize the text and then read it out to you, or just sort of convert what you're looking at into digital text so you can edit it. This is just purely a text reader. So point the phone at something that's got text on it and it can read it for you.
And alternative storylines throughout the new season. Archetypes inspired by greats of the game.
Depending on what it is, it could be as long as the back of a video game cover where you take the photo and then it reads it out to you. Or if you're a bit more sentimental, if your son writes you a birthday card, kind of cool, you can actually scan that birthday card and it will turn handwriting and read it out to you.
Dear Papa, I love you so much. You're the best Papa in the whole wood world. Have a lovely day. To Papa from Alberto.
That sort of stuff can really make an impact in life because, again, if you maybe need glasses, or if you're visually impaired of some kind, this can be really great to be able to have something read out to you if you want to hear what it says. That's literally what it does. And again, if you've got something in the gallery that you need reading out, you can upload that into Text Reader and it will read what it says. And then the last one there is Color Detector. It literally does as advertised.
Black, dark grey, silver, silver, dark yellow.
Very similar to Scene Describer, except this is literally just describing the color or detecting the color. So if you're out somewhere and you want to know what that color looks like, or if you just want to be told what color it is, just point it at it and it will tell you. And you can point it at multiple different colors and it will sort of pick the most vibrant one and tell you what that is. It's handy in a way because, I don't know, if you can't determine what color it is or if you're colorblind, it can be a great way of determining what the color is. I guess the environment will have to be lit appropriately because you don't want to sort of have a green wall like I've got behind me be turned grey by the lighting that you've got and then it won't be able to detect it. This is the perfect example of that. Oh, I've paused it.
Silver, silver,
Yeah, that's not a silver wall.
silver.
This one you cannot upload a photo to. It only works from the camera and you can pause it. So if it's just detecting colors left, right and center and you're sick of it, hit the pause button and then hit the play button to recontinue should you wish. There is two other services if you go into the three dots and into settings. There's Translate and there's Text. Both of them seem to have been turned off on the phone for some reason, but they're there as options. The Translate one will, again, you point it at something that's in a certain language and it'll translate it to your target language and it will auto detect it as well. And you've got Text, where if you point it at it and take the photo, it'll highlight the text area and then you can copy and paste that text into somewhere else. I think with that one, because of the fact that the camera pretty much does that now, it's not necessary, but it's still there as a toggle within Bixby Vision to be able to utilize. Now, when I started to make the idea for this video, I've actually been using Bixby Vision a bit in the few days to see how it goes. It can be impressive in what it can identify.
Slow cooker.
And then it can be downright ridiculous
know what that is?
to think that a football cone is a golf ball.
In what world is that a golf ball?
In the settings menu, there's actually some extra toggles that you might want to turn on if you plan on using this service a bit more. You've got Show Bixby Vision on the app screen. So rather than it needing to be buried deep in the Camera More tab, you can show it on the app screen so you can access it a bit easier, like a normal app. And if you wanted to just get to work at identifying things like Scene Describer or objects straight away, you can turn off the shutter button and that way it just will automatically start to get to work with it. Both those toggles live in the settings menu alongside the toggles to turn off the ones you don't want to use. And then you can go ahead and pick which one you think is appropriate. So that is the hidden Samsung camera feature that I don't reckon anyone's using. It might be for good reason. Maybe there's some not 100% features in there that you might need. And some of the other services like Circle to Search and Gemini might take care of it for you. But Samsung are offering it in there, buried deep, but you can use it. If you like Samsung tips like this, make sure you hit subscribe to Tech with Benefits. Plenty to go. We're past 100,000 now, so get on board. Now's a great time. Come find me on my socials, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
You.